Hey, welcome to Turtles Thursday. This week we're going to look at my third favorite turtle, Raphael. Raphael is the one that's always angry. I did not like turtles when they first came out on cartoon. I liked them when they came out in the comic books and they were black and white and much more gritty and different looking. When they came out in cartoon, I was like, this is silly. Of course, I was just at that age where I didn't really care for anything that looked like, to me, silly. I was trying to be a cool skater at the time. I preferred to get these for my, like, if I was going to get anything classic, I wanted it to be the shells, what is it called, the storage shells. So I know I could have gotten some of the originals. You may have already seen my videos on Leonardo and Donatello. Leonardo is my first favorite, Donatello is my second favorite. But for this one, we have Raphael, some information right here about him. I decided to go with, if I ever get all four of them in a classic design, I wanted to go with this one because I think it's cool that they can store their weapons in their, basically their backpack. That also makes it a lot easier keeping up with the figures. Although, I don't have the other two with me to share with you. And I know there's a long pause between the first time I did this and the second, or the first two I made in this one. That's because I bought these and then put them away and forgot all about them. Just being honest. All right, so we got the weapons coming straight out of the package. And then the other ones, we're going to have to free them with some scissors, some tweezers, and oh my gosh, they put tape on top of that. Oh, I hope it does not peel off those toppings. Whew. I don't like when they use tape because then if I forgot it too long, it's going to become permanent, like permanently attached. Looks like he has a boomerang. And then he's got two little stars which are in, you have to cut that out. There's no way sliding it out. And let's see if there's any ties on the turtle before I start ripping him out. Yes, there is a one, looks like one going across from one side to the other. I deeply hate these little plastic things. Okay, so coming out of the package, he's got that angry face, which is awesome. I personally really dig it. He's only going to have so many points of articulation because these are basically copies of the originals. And I think the originals only had about 5 points of articulation. There's usually a little, okay, here it is. On the shoulders, there's usually a swivel point for this. So both hands can twist what would kind of be called a wrist swivel, but it's actually higher up technically. But I would definitely not call it an elbow because he can't bend his elbow. He can go full 360 at his arms, at the shoulders. His head, I keep wanting to squish his head in for some reason, goes a full 360 degrees. His legs are kind of the most useless articulation I've ever seen on anything. But again, I deliberately bought these because I wanted to have something for the, like the classic turtles, even though I was not on board at the time. I do have family members that were on at the time, like my godbrothers. They were younger than me. My godbrother Jason was my age, and the other two for him were much younger because they were like stepbrothers to him from a different marriage and everything. So yeah, actually half brothers. So let's put the weapons in his hand. I like his traditional sai, of course. Here he is with both of the sai. Now, did I measure him yet? Because I definitely like to measure things now. So for centimeters, for most of the world, he is about 10.5 centimeters tall. And in American units, he is about 4 inches tall. But I don't consider these 1/18 scale. To be honest with you, I consider this more of the, either the superhero scale, because I consider these normally smaller. At least they were originally supposed to be smaller than a human-sized figure. All right, putting the weapons into the backpack though, might need some instructions for that, or at least a picture to go by, because some of the things don't go the way I would imagine them to. So with Raphael, his storage shell, I don't know, there's not really much on here to go by. Okay, so the stars, it shows to put them in 2 places on there. That ain't gonna happen. There's a star down there. How's that held in? There's only 1 point on here, and I'm gonna put both stars on it, because those are gonna be the easiest things to lose if I ever drop this. This thing, how does that fit in there? I guess it does bend. Okay, I was about to say, I don't think it's gonna go in. Kind of gross to think you're actually putting them in the inside of his body. And then this thing, I mean, these weapons are cool. It just, they're not what I would consider weapons for them, but hey, whatever. I'm not going to complain when I get free stuff. Or not free, but, you know, stuff that they could have just left out. And then it looks like a bandsaw, like a blade. But it's a pizza. Pizza. Okay, his shell just came off. I've never had that happen before. Okay, let me try to get this on. I might not be able to get everything in there and back in. All right, so the pizza didn't quite go in. I could put his size on the front, but I don't want to put the other weapons in his hands. I just think that this side are his weapon. His not autographical, but the word I'm trying to think of is escaping me at the moment. His weapons that define the guy. All right, so this is how he's going to go for my collection. I need to find the other two and keep them together. And I didn't think I was going to buy any more because I didn't know there was any more to buy. But I just bought one of the villains. The other day, I was very tempted to buy Manta Ray. I was like, no, I'm not going to go down that trail. No. Looks like I'm going to go down that trail because I do have some older ones from when I was into it one summer. And they, I still have some of them. Like, I always like the robot guy and the silver samurai guy. And there's anything robots. I did like them whenever my little god brothers were playing with them. I thought, well, some of these are kind of cool, but I just wasn't digging this at first. Not at all. So one of the things I do like is they're different skin tones. That's always cool. Otherwise, they're hard to tell apart other than, of course, the red bandanas. In the comic books, they all look the same. They really did. So which one is your favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and why is it Leonardo? Let me know in the comments below.